Okay, our class. And first of all, let's talk about phobias. Before you entered, Luisa, can you tell Paul what we were discussing?
Yeah, yeah. We were talking about our phobias, and I said that mine is goats. I don't like goats at all because when I was a child, they run after me. So,
And you, Luisa, do you have any phobia
I'm afraid of dark.
of
I
darkness?
don't know. Darkness, but I don't know.
That's the only one.
I guess so.
Okay, perfect. So let's go to the warm up. Okay, remember that this warm up is just to get started. What we're going to discuss. Luisa, can you please ask Paulo question one?
What are some common fears that people have?
definitely speak in public. I think it's
Yeah.
one of the most one of the biggest fears. I think I was reading a book once that the author said that one of the main fears and maybe fear of highness,
Of hate.
hate. Yeah, yeah,
Hey, I haven't thought about that, Paulo,
yeah,
because when you're talking about fears, maybe we talk about things that are concrete, such as dogs or goats, as you
yeah.
said, as spiders and etc.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
speaking public, it's a very
yeah.
nice
It
one.
is. It
Perfect.
is.
Ask back the question one too, Luisa. You, Paulo.
The first one.
Yes.
Okay, what are some common fears that people have?
Let me think.
Guys, can you listen to a noise of wind?
Like a wind? Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
so let me close a little bit more here. Now it's okay.
Mm,
It's better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay, perfect.
Maybe animals.
Okay, which animals in specific?
Like my mom is afraid of cats.
Of
Oh.
I'm
cats.
afraid of
Oh.
dogs.
Ah, okay. So your family has a history of animal fears. Yes. What about your brother? Does he have any fears of any animals?
Um, let me I get he's afraid of dogs too,
Mm. Okay, but
but
more,
less
guys.
than me.
Less
Um,
than you. Okay. What else, guys? Let's
mm,
discuss more about some
Cockroaches.
cockroaches. Mm. I'm not sure if I'm afraid of cockroaches or if I'm disgusted by
Yeah,
them.
I feel disgusting, but there are people that are really scared.
Uh huh.
For me, it's not. I can understand because you can kill them easily,
Yes.
so I don't understand. But
Uh
yeah,
huh.
flying. Yeah,
But if they are flying cockroaches, I am afraid
yeah,
because
yeah,
I feel like they're gonna attack me.
yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Maybe phobias of. I have a
being
phobia
alone.
being alone. Very philosophical one. Good one, Luis.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go to question two. Now it's Luisa to Paulo.
Do you have any fears of or phobias?
Yes. Yes, I have this one, the goat one, but I think everyone has like a fear of losing the loved ones.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
yeah, let me think something else. Fear of not achieving your goals.
Good one too. Fear of Bolsonaro winning again.
Oh my God, that's a
That's
nightmare,
that.
definitely.
Yes.
That's not even a fear. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's okay. You also said, yes, Luisa, that you have this fear of dogs. So I think this question too is also answered.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but guys, let's think together about this number 3. Which
Mhm.
fears or phobias would be the most difficult to live with, and why?
Social phobia.
Social phobia, perfect.
Mhm. Yeah,
I thought about that too, Luisa, when I was preparing.
I remember a phobia that I watched in TV series, a Catalan Spanish TV series called Merli. That the one of the characters they have he has like acrophobia. I don't know. It's fear of going out. You know, he doesn't leave his home, so it must be insane.
Yeah, exactly. And there are also people that they cannot live. Yes, people who have
Yeah.
some health problems. For
Mm-hmm.
example, they cannot be close to electric energy.
Mm,
Can you imagine? That
yeah.
would be tough. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Can you think of any more, guys? Good ones, but can always think more.
Yeah, I think it probably exists people that has water phobia. Oh my God, how they could
Uh, there is in
live
the
without
text.
water. Really?
There is. They're going to
Oh my
discuss that
God.
in the text. You're gonna see what the name is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So in this part here, Paul, let me just explain to you. It's good that you take notes of just the words. You don't need the
Mm-hmm.
definitions because this lesson is gonna be available on the platform
Mm-hmm.
after the class,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So we have affect. So please repeat for me, everybody.
Affect.
Affect.
Widespread,
Widespread.
Widespread.
evolve,
Spread. Evolve.
Evolve.
irrational,
Irrational.
Irrational.
anxiety.
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 Perfect. So let me just put a little bit. No, I think you can check these 3 first, and then I scroll down. Why do you think I'm just gonna get some water? Okay, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My God. Let me show you how Pandora is, guys. Mãe, do you have a plastic bag?
She's having
She
fun
just
with a plastic thing.
loves plastic bags. I don't know why is that.
So cute.
Have you finished these 3?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Luisa? Number 1.
Irrational. Illogical or illogical?
Logical.
Unreasonable.
Perfect. Number 2, Paul.
Anxiety.
Perfect. And the definition?
Stress and fear.
Fear and love.
Yeah,
One of your
Marina.
favorite.
Yeah, I don't know. People hate so much that album. I love it.
Mariner.
Yes.
Number 3, Luisa.
Widespread. Found in many places. Prevalent.
Okay.
Prevalent.
Number 4 and 5. Take a look. That's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go Paulo, number 4.
Affect.
And the
To
definition?
cause results or changes.
Perfect. Luisa, the last one's for you.
Evolve. To change slowly. To develop gradually over time.
Okay, to develop.
To develop.
Perfect. Let's keep talking about more words that there be in the text. Intense,
Intense.
suffer,
Suffer.
Suffer
according to,
According
to
natural phenomena,
natural
natural
phenomena.
phenomena,
trapped.
Trapped.
And my neighbors have started making noise.
Mhm.
Seriously, I would like to live on a farm.
Me too. I'll probably do something.
Or a place where there are no dogs around. In fact, no people.
You're getting older.
Yes,
I
I know.
understand.
On Monday, I'm getting older, guys. I'm gonna be 31.
Oh,
Face of 25. I'm kidding.
yeah. I love when I say I'm 34 and people, oh, you don't look like. Thank you.
Yes, you don't.
Skincare is working.
Skincare is essential.
Yeah.
It's the key.
Yeah.
Tell me when you finish these first fours.
Mhm.
You're done?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Number one, Luisa?
Natural phenomena. Things that happen in nature without human intervention.
Intervention. Perfect. Paulo?
Suffer. No,
Mm,
sorry. Intense. Very strong.
great. Luisa?
Suffer. To experience something bad, feel pain.
All correct. Number four, Paulo?
According to, as stated by.
And the last one, Luisa?
Trapped. Unable to get out.
Very good. Guys, in this part here, Luisa knows, but I'm gonna explain to you. Paul, I'm gonna play the listen. And while I play that, okay, I want you please to go taking notes of what you
Yeah.
listen, okay? Keywords but it's important that you just write keywords and maybe some words related to that keyword so you can remember later what it is about, okay?
Mhm.
Perfect?
Yeah.
Yesterday I was teaching a class and the student said, what was the expression in Portuguese? Roda aí, pode rodar. Churro. Good? I'm gonna play now.
Good.
And I'm gonna just turn off my camera for a second because I'm gonna eat a cookie.
Phobias. How common are they? A phobia is an uncontrollable and irrational fear of an object or situation. Phobias can cause extreme anxiety in some people and prevent them from participating in everyday activities. It is estimated that between 15 and 20% of the world's population has a phobia at some point in their lives. Many phobias are related to animals, the natural environment, medical treatment, and certain situations. Fear of animals. One of the most widespread phobias related to animals is the fear of dogs, which affects around 1 in 20 Americans. Some people develop this fear after a negative childhood experience involving a dog. Approximately 3% of people worldwide live with a phobia of snakes. Recent research suggests that humans may have evolved to fear snakes in order to survive. A fear of spiders is also very common. Some experts believe that this fear, known as arachnophobia, may affect up to 6% of people across the globe. Fear of the natural environment. Two natural phenomena, lightning and thunder, can be very frightening for some people, especially young children. In fact, more than 6 million Americans experience astrophobia, which is an intense fear of these two weather events. Astrophobia, however, is not the only phobia related to the natural environment. 1 in 50 people in the US suffers from aquaphobia, or the fear of water. Other people's lives are disrupted by less common environmental phobias, such as the fear of sunlight and the fear of wind. Fear of medical treatment. According to some experts, up to 25% of Americans have an extreme fear of needles. This phobia can cause people to avoid medical treatment. In fact, studies have found that some Americans remain unvaccinated against COVID-19 because of their fear of needles. Between 5 and 10% of people worldwide have a fear of dentists, while about 4% of the world's population is afraid of blood. Fear of certain situations. It is believed that as many as 3 out of 4 people have a fear of public speaking, making it the most common form of situational anxiety. Agoraphobia, on the other hand, only impacts around 1% of the US population, but it can severely limit daily life. People with agoraphobia become anxious in situations in which they feel helpless or trapped. Some sufferers fear open spaces, some fear leaving their home, and some fear traveling on public transportation. Other situational phobias include a fear of heights, a fear of flying, and a fear of enclosed spaces.
Okay, do I need to play again or did you get everything?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so much fears, but that's okay.
Too many. Countable. Too many fears.
Too many fears, yeah.
Good. Go tell me some.
Fear of needles, medical treatments in general. Yeah. I don't know. Here in America, I don't know if people do not get vaccinated. I think it's not just fear of medical treatments or needles. It's like it's a stupid thing.
Exactly. Have you got your second dose, Luisa?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm waiting for the third.
I got my third dose this week.
Great.
And I got very bad. I mean, the reaction to the vaccine.
It was Pfizer?
No, Pfizer, it was the first and the second. The third one was Johnson. Because it needs to be a different one, yes?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Perfect. Go, Luisa. Tell me something that you have heard too.
This phobia is an irrational fear that causes anxiety on people.
Anxiety.
And about 20% of the people has a kind of phobia.
Have. No.
Have.
Uh-huh.
And
20% you
it
said,
can be
yes?
related 20.
Yeah, so that's
I think it is 15 to 20% people. And it can be related to animals, natural environment, medical treatment, and some specific situations. And related to animals, it can be related to dogs, as me. So
you are part of
like,
the
statistics.
person, the statistics. Yes. Good. You got many things. That's great.
Yeah.
I guess I wrote about everything.
Aquaphobia. Aquaphobia is the name of fear of water.
Exactly.
Yeah. And people and she said that probably people develop fear of snakes to survive in nature, like the past.
Yes, I don't know. Maybe it makes sense because due to evolution, yes? Maybe like people in the past are sensors. They really needed to be afraid of snakes.
Yeah.
I'm in fact I'm more afraid of spiders than snakes. Totally. It's the worst for me. Can you
Spiders?
imagine? Yeah, can you imagine like a spider walking on you?
Yeah, that's
No,
horrible.
no, no, no. I start. Let's not think about that. Good. So, guys, now let's complete this, and everybody's gonna read paragraph by paragraph. Okay?
Okay.
How common are they? A phobia is an uncontrollable and irrational fear of an object
And
Irrational.
Irrational.
or situation. Phobias can cause extreme anxiety in some people.
Anxiety.
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 Prevent them from participating in everyday activities.
Everyday.
Everyday activities.
It is estimated that between 15 and 20% of the world's population
Population.
Guys, did you pay attention that she said this very British? It is estimated.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me just return a little bit because if we talk more American English, it's more common to say it is.
It is.
from participating in everyday activities. It is estimated that
It is estimated.
between 15 and 20% of the world's population has a phobia at some point in their lives. Many phobias are related to animals, the natural environment,
Natural.
medical treatment, and certain situations.
Certain.
Certain situations. Perfect. Read for me.
Fear of
Luis.
animals.
Oh, let me stop.
Who?
Yes, you?
How phobias? How common are they? A phobia is an uncontrollable and irrational fear of an object or situation. Phobias can cause extreme anxiety in some people and prevent them from participating in everyday activities. It is estimated that between 15 and 20% of the world population has a phobia at some point in their lives. Many phobias are related to animals, the natural environment, medical treatment, and certain situations.
Perfect. Now you, Paul.
Phobias. How common are they? A phobia is an uncontrollable and irrational fear of an object or situation. Phobias can cause extreme anxiety in some people and prevent them from participating in everyday activities. It is estimated that between 15 and 20% of the world's population has a phobia at some point in their lives. Many phobias are related to animals, the natural environment, medical treatment, and certain situations.
Very good reading, guys.
One of the most widespread phobias related to
Widespread.
Widespread. I love this word.
animals
Yeah.
is the fear of dogs, which affects around 1
Affects.
in 20 Americans. Some people develop this fear after a negative childhood experience involving a dog. Approximately
Approximately.
3% of people worldwide live with a phobia of snakes. Recent research suggests that humans may have evolved to fear
Evolved.
snakes in order to survive. A fear of spiders is also very common. Some experts believe that this fear, known as arachnophobia, may affect up to 6% of people across the globe.
Globe.
Globe. Perfect. Now it's you, Paulo, the first time.
Fear of animals. One of the most widespread phobias related to animals is the fear of dogs, which affects around 1 in 20 Americans. Some people develop this fear after a negative childhood experience involving a dog. Approximately 3% of people worldwide live with a phobia of snakes. Recent research suggests that humans may have evolved to fear snakes in order to survive. A fear of spiders is also very common. Some experts believe that this fear, known as arachnophobia, may affect up to 6% of people across the globe.
Very good. Just this pronunciation of research.
Research.
And guys, remember when there is
Research.
ER in the end, it's the person who makes the research, yeah? So it's researcher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Researcher.
Okay.
Good. Now it's you, Luisa.
Fear of animals. One of the most widespread phobias related to animals is the fear of dogs, which affects around 1 in 20 Americans. Some people develop this fear after a negative childhood experience involving a dog. Approximately 3% of people worldwide live with a phobia of snakes. Recent research suggests that humans may have evolved to fear snakes in order to survive. A fear of spiders is also very common. Some experts believe that this fear, known as arachnophobia, may affect up to 6% of people across the globe.
Very good.
Fear of the natural environment. Two natural phenomena.
Natural
Natural
phenomena.
phenomena.
Lightning and thunder can be very frightening for some people, especially young children. In fact, more than 6 million Americans experience astrophobia, which is an intense fear of these two weather events.
And
Intense.
Astrophobia, however, is not the only phobia related to the natural environment. 1 in 50 people in the US suffers from aquaphobia,
Suffers.
or the fear of water. Other people's lives are disrupted by less common environmental phobias, such as the fear of sunlight and the fear of wind.
guys, fear of
This is
sunlight
super.
was very far from me.
Vampires.
Yes, vampires. Exactly, I didn't know. Can you see vampires are among us?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Luisa, it's you now. Oh, I was going to say
Okay.
something. It was in this paragraph here that when I was a child, guys, I had a phobia of dogs because one dog ran after me and I fell. I had to go to the
Mm-hmm.
hospital because like it
Mm-hmm.
cut here my chin. I had to take like a stitch when I was like
Oh my God.
8 years, and then my parents got me a dog, so I could. I mean,
Face
kind
the
of
fear.
yes, to face the fear,
Yeah.
and I loved my dog.
Mm-hmm.
I
Good.
don't remember if I
Now
had
you're.
any situation like that.
Yes, but
Mhm.
I remember very well. I got so many. No, in fact, here on my chin it was just one stitch, but I got all scratched. And now what, Paulo? You're saying?
Now you're a cat person.
Yes. I don't know why. Anyway, she is there. I love that cat.
Cats are better.
Yes, I believe that, and they are more silent.
Yeah, and clean and everything.
Yes, and you do not need to like give showers.
Yeah.
They
Hmm.
are so clean.
Yeah, I love the humor.
Yeah.
Like Pandora's humor is the best.
She's like all the time.
Yeah.
So Luisa.
Okay, fear of the natural environment. Two natural phenomena, lightning and thunders, can be very frightening for some people, especially young children. In fact, more than 6 million Americans experience astrophobia, which is an intense fear of these two weather events. Astrophobia, however, is not the only phobia related to natural environment. 1 in 20, in 50 people in the US suffers from aquaphobia, or the fear of water, or other people
Lives.
live lives
Lives because it's the plural of life.
lives lives are disrupted by less common environment phobias such as the fear of sunlight and the fear of wind.
The fear of wind. Every time I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, there comes the wind. Hide yourself. Or maybe get a winter coat. Something like that. Go, Paul.
Fear of natural environment. Two natural phenomena, lightning and thunder, lightning and thunder, can be very frightening for some people, especially young children. In fact, more than 6 million Americans experience astrophobia, which is an intense fear of these two weather events. Astrophobia, however, it's not the only phobia related to the natural environment. 1 in 50 people in the US suffers from aquaphobia or the fear of water. Other people's lives are disrupted by less common environment phobias, such as the fear of sunlight and the fear of wind.
Fear of wind. This is the best fear ever.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Fear
of course.
The aquaphobia is like about 22% of the total population of the US, and the US population is huge.
Exactly.
And it's
Uh-huh.
like,
I think US now has about 370 million
yes, it's
inhabitants.
something like that.
Something like that, yes. It's a huge
2%
population.
would be like maybe 60 million. I don't know, 60 million of people or six. I don't know. Maybe I'm calculated wrong.
1 in
Too many
50,
people.
but in fact it's 2%.
1 in 50 is 2%.
Exactly. And you, Luisa, you are the student of high school. What is the difference between thunder and lightning? I'm gonna be your physics teacher now.
I don't know. Even in Portuguese, if you ask me, I wouldn't know.
No. Go.
Uh,
College students now, Paul.
I don't know. I think thunder is like the sound, and lightning is what we see like visually, like the
Yeah.
Exactly.
light.
But
First,
why, Maria Luisa?
there's,
Oh, sorry. You can keep
there's
saying
a song like first the song, then the light. That's it.
the opposite.
No, first the sound, then the light. Yeah.
Back to first the light and then the sound.
First the light, then the sound. Yeah.
The
Why,
light
Maria Luisa?
velocity. Because the light is faster.
Yeah.
It's like,
What is
I don't
the
remember the number, but it's too
no
really fast.
300,000 kilometers per second.
Wow.
So that's why. And guys, it's very interesting because you can calculate like where the lightning
The
was,
distance.
the distance just by the sound. First you see and you start counting. But there are some things, Luisa, that you have to remember. For example, weather influences on the speed. Yes? Have you seen that? So depends on how cold or how hot it is. You're gonna see the lightning, and some seconds later you're gonna listen to the thunder. Okay? I used to love physics, but now I'm totally done related to that.
No, I'm how can I say that? I like physics. Last year didn't learn a thing. I prefer calculating this what I'm seeing now than calculating velocity because I didn't learn well.
No? Which type of
Like
are you talking about?
now I'm learning about I've already learned about the temperature to calculate
Thermodynamics.
temperature.
Thermodynamics.
Yes, thermodynamics, and now I'm movimento
Retilíneo uniforme.
simples. Retilíneo
MRU.
uniforme. Não,
I love
retilíneo não. Ondulatório.
Ondulatório? Ah, okay.
Harmônico, movimento harmônico.
I see that. It's like when there is, for example, I think that is related to bridges, yes? If they come in the same speed, that's why, yes, that's why they go like this. Some bridges you can feel that if they are too long. People say Niterói, Rio Bridge, it's very common for you to feel it like shake. Not
Wave.
shake, it's not a real shake, it's just like moving
Mm-hmm.
smoothly.
Mm,
Okay? And guys, have you seen
interesting.
how bridges are constructed? It is fantastic. I love watching
Must be.
this useless information. Good? Fear of medical treatment.
Of medical treatment. According to some experts,
According to.
According,
up to 25% of Americans have an extreme fear of needles. This phobia can cause people to avoid medical treatment.
Treatment.
In fact, studies have found that some Americans remain unvaccinated against COVID-19
against,
Against.
because of their fear of needles. Between 5 and 10% of people worldwide have a fear of dentists,
Of?
dentists,
Dentists.
while about 4% of the world's population is afraid of blood.
Guys, how could I study dentist? Do you remember, Paulo, that once I passed to odonto, to dentistry?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
never went.
Mm.
The same period that I passed for letras, which they call it arts, yes, or literature,
Mm-hmm.
was the same time that I got
Mm.
a scholarship and I doing what I love or doing something that people want. And I know
Mm.
I'm going to continue being a teacher. You, Paulo, you're the first now.
Fear of medical treatment. According to some experts, up to 25 of Americans have an extreme fear of needles. This phobia
Could you
can
read
cause
it?
people
25%.
25% of Americans have an extreme fear of needles. This phobia can cause people to avoid medical treatment. In fact, studies have found that some Americans remain unvaccinated against COVID-19 because of their fear of needles. Between 5 and 10% of people worldwide have a fear of dentists, while about 4% of the world's population is afraid of blood.
Bloat. Yeah.
Blood?
Go,
Blood.
Luisa.
fear of medical treatment. According to some experts, up to 25% of Americans have an extreme fear of needles.
Needles.
This phobia can cause people to avoid medical treatment. In fact, studies have found that some Americans remain unvaccinated against COVID-19 because of their fear of needles. Between 5 and 10% of people worldwide have a fear of dentists, while about 4% of world population is afraid of blood.
Look at who came here to talk to Daddy. Say hi, Pandora. Did you wake up, mommy?
Oh.
Abusada.
Her
You never see Lelel around here.
She's amazing.
She is.
She
Fear
refuses
of
to be
certain
loved.
situations. It is believed that as many as 3 out of 4 people have a fear of public speaking, making it the most common form of situational anxiety.
Situation.
Situational.
Agoraphobia, on the other hand,
75%.
only impacts around 1% of the US population, but it can severely limit daily life. People with agoraphobia become anxious in situations in which they feel helpless or trapped.
Or
Trapped.
trapped.
Some sufferers fear open spaces, some fear leaving their home, and some fear traveling on public transportation. Other situational phobias include a fear of heights,
Heights.
a fear of flying, and a fear of enclosed spaces.
Enclosed space. Yes, guys. Remember, it's a place that there is no exit. Okay? And, guys, just before we read this, do you think that people who suffer this kind of agoraphobia, it was worsened by the COVID situation?
Yeah,
Do you think
probably.
yes, it would
Yeah.
probably yes
Mm-hmm.
increase because remember we needed to have social distance, the use of masks, yes, wearing masks all the time, and etc. In fact, how is there, Paul, in the United States, the use of masks?
So where I live, I have to say, where I live in Indiana. So here is famous for being like a state of rednecks. You know what it means?
No,
Rednecks?
no.
Rednecks is like the caipiras.
There?
Caipiras in Portuguese, like the because rednecks means like the rednecks because they work in farm and out of closed places. So the sun goes there and then makes their redneck. So that's pejorative. Um, uh,
Yes.
uh, yeah, to relate to in general white people that is poor and not well educated, and and most of them voted for Trump and so on. And that's so where I work now, and no one uses masks. I am the only person that use masks. And in general, in the supermarkets, in the public space and closed spaces, no one uses masks. And it's completely different if you go to Illinois, which is a closed state, which is Chicago, isn't it? And is the difference between the Democratic and the Republican states. Like here is a Republican state and Indiana is a Democratic state. So yeah, it's completely different, and many people here didn't get vaccinated. In my work, in my sister's work, there are, it's crazy because most of the people are kind and treat you well, but they didn't get vaccinated, and they don't believe in masks and everything. So it's like,
and that you look at them and really,
yeah.
yeah.
You eat McDonald's and you don't believe in the vaccines.
Do you eat like bad processed food?
Yeah.
But no masks, yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Very good. I think you said correct, Paulo. But do you remember when we use as a verb and use as the noun? Do you know the difference?
No.
If you use as a verb, there is a Z sound, okay? For example, I'm using my computer to teach you guys. And let me tell you, just before the class started, I dropped my computer on the floor. And,
Oh my God.
and oh, please don't die. You are only 8 years old. You can't die right now.
Oh my God.
Okay, but when we are talking about the noun, there is also going to be an S sound. For example, you're talking about Illinois. Yes, you said Illinois. It's a close state. Okay, so when you are using close as the adjective, okay, or you are using as a noun, oh, sorry, não, confundi aí. My bad. They use, mas é a mesma coisa. They use masks. Okay? It's the same thing happens with close. Close as a verb, it's going to have Z sound. In the other hand, close as a noun or adjective, there is always going to be S sound. I live close to the beach, not close, because it's the verb. I
That's
love
nice.
this.
I didn't know that.
Really? It's very
Really?
nice for you to know because in everyday speaking, yes, we have to kind of correct ourselves with this, like close, close, use,
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now who's going to start? I think it's you, Luisa.
Okay. Fear of certain situations. It is believed that as many as 3 out of 4 people have a fear of public speaking, making it the most common form of situational anxiety. Situational anxiety. Agoraphobia, on the other hand, only impacts around 1% of the US population, but it can severely limit daily life. People with agoraphobia become anxious in situations which they feel helpless or trapped. Some sufferers fear open spaces, some fear leaving their home, and some fear traveling in public transportation. Other situational phobias include a fear of heights, a fear of flying, and a fear of enclosed spaces.
Guys, I have this fear. I just hate flying.
Really?
Really. Every time I get to the airport, I get, oh my god, I need to take something. Because when the plane is about to take off, it's like I don't believe it will have strength, you know,
Mm.
to take off from the floor, and all this waiting, there's no way it's gonna take off. That is not
You, s-
natural.
you said you love physics,
I love physics, but I hate
so you
airplanes.
have to trust it.
Yes, that's the problem. But when fails,
Oh yeah.
and guys, I don't know if I told you, but there's gonna be a Saturday that I will not be teaching you, because I will travel. Okay, so probably one of the teachers will be teaching you. Okay, this week, because I'm going to Chapada
Okay.
Diamantina and Salvador.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like a short vacation during the semester to relax, to
Yeah.
connect with myself. Okay.
Realign the chakras.
Uh-huh. I was going to say that. Good, Paul. Can you read for me?
Fear of certain situations. It is believed that as many as 3 out of 4 people have a fear of public speaking, making it the most common form of situational anxiety. Agoraphobia, on the other hand, only impacts around 1% of the US population, but it can severely limit daily life.
Limit.
People limit daily life. People with agoraphobia become anxious in situations in which they feel helpless or trapped. Some suffers fear open some suffers fear open spaces, some fear leaving their home, and some fear traveling on public transportation. Other situational phobias include a fear of heights, a fear of flying, a fear of enclosed spaces.
Very good. And there are three things that they have the same pronunciation, yes?
There, there,
There,
Yeah.
there,
there, there. All of them are the same. There, there, there. Okay?
there,
Now,
there.
guys, let's go to the discussion, and then I'm gonna give you a short break. Okay? Uh, oh, give me a second. I was going to cancel something here. And there are some homework too, of course. Teachers who love homework. Okay? Uh, quick fire questions. No. The discussion. Okay, so guys, we have done, when you are there, remember that you have to check. You have to enter your system. Okay, warm up. I'm finished. Vocabulary preview A. You do again and check. Okay, because it should be beautiful on your system. Quick fire questions. You can do that as a homework too, read and listen, comprehension, scanning, all of them. And pay attention to this one here. This is one that I am just loving that ESL has done. Okay? Read for me, Luisa. Read the.
Personal response. Read the prompt and record a spoken response. Plan your response first. If you don't like your answer, delete it and record again. Then submit it to your teacher.
To your teacher.
Nice.
Which information in the reading did you find the most interesting, the most surprising, the most predictable, and why? Remember, guys, that in this type of task, you can first write, you can plan your answer, you can write, and then you start recording, okay? You
Mhm.
have up to 2 minutes. I am just explaining my students how this task works. And then you can listen to your answer. I'm just explaining my students how this task. Okay, I'm not gonna listen to my voice. I hate it. And then you can delete it or you can submit. Okay? So all of that's part of the homework.
I guess I have already have an answer about most interesting thing.
Which one was it, Luis?
According to the text, more people have afraid of water than the agoraphobia.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And we need to take showers every day. I don't know how these people do.
Yeah. Wash the dishes.
Wash the dish, yes. Just before the class, I was washing the dish.
Yeah, but here they have like dishwasher, so.
Yes.
In fact, Paul, I'm crazy to buy a dishwasher, but I'm with some different plans.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I lose like 10 minutes. Today I lost like 30 minutes washing the dish, and
Yeah.
that's such a.
Waste of
But
time.
I'm planning to visit a country here in South America still this year to see if I can live there. Yeah, I can work from
Really?
everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be nice.
Yes.
Yes, I can work from. Here in Brazil, I'm just suffering. If Bolsonaro gets elected again, I will never stay here.
Just run away.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna be running away. It's worse than a
Yeah.
war. It's not worse than a war, but people will suffer more.
Yeah, but we know that in Brazil, people in Brazil, there are more deaths in Brazil than in common wars.
Exactly. Okay, guys, go taking a looking over the questions. Okay, while I'm just gonna get my computer charged because it's. I'm back by popular demand.
Yeah.
Yay. Good. Maria Luisa, ask the first question, please, to Paul.
Actually, can I say something more about aquaphobia?
Yes, of course.
I guess it is known Greek language that aqua is related more to bath, like parque aquático. And I just thought about it, and hydro is more related to drinking.
That's good to know.
And as we in Brazil, I guess it is raiva. Raiva is also known as hydrophobia, which when we with hydrophobia or raiva, we can drink water very well. I guess it's something related to that.
Yes, but do you know why?
I don't remember.
When you have the hydrophobia, which is related to like when you get from animals, your muscles starts paralyzing, you know. So there is a time they call it hydrophobia because of this. You drink water, but your muscles they are all frozen, so you cannot. What's the name of this in English? Swallow. Okay, people cannot swallow, so they die because of that. Can you imagine? It is terrible. It is terrible. Can you imagine Frozen? They start like what is the name of that in English? I'm not sure, guys. Let me see here. Goose. I have seen, but I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie. Drooling. Yes, they start drooling. Baba. Yes, because they cannot swallow. It is terrible. It is a terrible disease, in fact.
Yes.
But very good participation, Maria Luisa. Thanks for sharing. Good. Go. We will ask Paulo question one.
How would you try to cure a phobia? Do you think that all phobias can be cured?
I think you definitely have to look for medical treatment, like psychological treatment, and I think some of them you can cure, but some of them you can just like soften.
Soften, very good verb.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know because it's like something irrational. So I think it must be like a long process to make it like more conscious and yeah,
Incontrollable, yes?
It's
in
not
control. Yeah.
something that, like, with a recipe, we can solve it all, everyone's problems. It is specifically
Yes,
Mhm.
because it's really individual.
from each person.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Question two, Paulo, to Luisa.
What do you think life would be like for someone with aquaphobia, astrophobia, agoraphobia, agoraphobia?
Agoraphobia.
Yeah.
Mm, aquaphobia. I think it's for when someone fed in. Yes, it is
Stinks.
stinky.
Someone thinks yes.
Oh my god.
How would
That's
they
answer. I wasn't
take a bath?
expecting. Hey, are you thinking because you are
Yeah.
agoraphobic?
Yeah.
Agoraphobic? That's a very
Like, imagining someone sweating too much and being like too nervous about the sweat.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know.
That's a good one, Luis. I love it. Very good one. Now ask back question three to Paulo.
What do you think is the worst phobia to suffer from? Why?
Well, I think any phobia related to things that we have to face every day. So for me, it's insane, like aquaphobia and fear of wind and everything, because um, there are phobias related to things that when we wake up, we have to face it on our day by day. So I can imagine myself, for example, without taking a shower before sleeping, and for me, it's like a meditation. It's like something to be feel good. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's um, any phobia that keep you away from like interact to people and live your normal life. It's
Mhm.
horrible.
Perfect. But you were correct when you said keeps, because you're talking about just one. Any
Oh yeah,
phobia
any
that
phobia.
that keeps you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Number four, Paulo, to ML.
According to the reading, between 5 and 10% of people worldwide have a fear of dentists. Do you think this might have an impact on the way dentists are trained? If so, how?
These questions are so good, yes, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just like a little dog. I cannot say the word, but I'm a little dog of this material.
Yes, but like, I guess some of this percent of these people
Some of these
who's
people.
afraid of them, um, maybe are kids. So I guess some dentists has this focus, obviously, and
Please, the sentence. Some dentists have this focus.
focus because of their kids, but um, obviously it on that it also has some adults adults
Other.
too adults too, and yeah, somehow they might be trained it, or they might think about it before, like while studying.
I see. Like more a space, not a specialization because it's after, yes, your undergrad.
Mhm.
But maybe they have some techniques related to that, yes? I don't have this fear of dentist. I like going facts. But
Mhm.
in some medical treatments I'm afraid. This week, guys, I had a terrible pain and my doctor suggested me to do an ultrasound because he was suspecting of kidney stones. Remember that?
Mhm.
Kidney stones?
Mm.
Are you drinking enough water?
All the time. I spend the
Oh
whole
yeah,
day
it's
drinking
true.
water and teaching. I don't know why, but
Too
my
much
mom
salt on food.
probably. No, but I control the salt too. I don't know, but my mother has a history. She already
Yes,
had.
Yeah.
maybe.
So maybe, so when we look at the history of the family, yes, it's
Hmm.
important too. But I did the ultrasound. I'm not pregnant, and I do not have kidney
Baby
stones.
stones.
No, oh my God, no. Not, I don't have baby stones. No stones at all. Perfect. Now it's Paulo to Luiz or Luisa to Paulo?
Luisa to
It's
Paulo.
eh.
Third person.
What to what extent might our what to what extent might our lifestyle style choices lead us to develop fears or
Mm,
phobias?
That's a philosophical.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how our life is today. How this can maybe agoraphobia. Maybe I can understand because um, I remember when I was traveling and we went to Portugal to Lisbon and I was with my mom and she was a little bit afraid of the the city, like the noise and the that electric ladder. I don't know how to say that.
Mm, do you mean
And
escada rolante?
the yeah and the
Escalators.
yeah
Escalators.
and the noise and the train and everything. So I think we have like a very noisy cities in general. So I think people, our parents and grandparents, they are used to live in houses, not in apartments. They are used to have more a slow life. So I think even people that are our age or younger, not everyone likes it. Like some people are introverts. So I think when you are obliged to to face all of the things that we have in our life today, some people can suffer and feel it more than others. So I think, yeah, it's just one part I can think right now, but yeah.
Very good one, Paul. Yes, I think that
Thank you.
like when you do not experience something, as in fact when you're going to experience something for the first time, there is always going to be that fear, that
Mm.
anxiety. But to what
Yeah.
extent does that make you feel bad or good, or is
Hmm.
just normal? Because I am afraid of flying, but there's no other way of traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what is best for you? Okay, let's face it. The fear of flying or getting to know many different places that you really want. So
Yeah.
remember that remember guys that this option, in fact, it's weigh the options. This vocabulary, weigh the options. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
guys, very good discussion. I love it.